Hi there, it's Louise with you of Timeless Craft Mama today, and I'd like to share a scrapbook layout process video created for Off the Rails Scrapbooking. Every month we have a challenge, and I have created a layout inspired by this mood board, and the task this month was to include stitching on the page. So if you haven't checked out my reveal, make sure you go to Off the Rails Scrapbooking or my Timeless Craft Mama blog and have a look at the layout that I created for reveal. Now, what I've done is I've started with 12 by 12 white cardstock. I've got a torn and trimmed piece of blue background paper, and I've just applied some white gesso with a spatula to that background just to help break it up and give me a little bit of a starting point. Now I'm going to build a cluster around my photo, so I'm just taking the 6x6 paper pad Maggie Holmes Chasing Dreams collection, and that's going to form the basis for the photo cluster. Clusters and layers are probably one of my favourite ways to create interest in a page. So sometimes I will do it very symmetrical and balanced, and other times, like what I'm going to create today, is more just adding those trimmed bits of paper until I'm happy with the result. So it's not symmetrical, but I think it gives a nice effect. One of my favourite ways to add dimension into the layers is to add some cardboard backing halfway through. So it just pops those layers apart. It also gives you some room to play with later on when you're putting the final touches into the page. So if you want to add stickers or chipboard stickers, things down the track later on, you certainly can do that a lot easier if you've added some dimension to your layers. So I'm just going to go through and add a couple more of these with some little bits of the cardboard, and then we're going to add some mixed media into the background. Now you can see there I've also pulled out that ribbon at the top, so I'm going to use that ribbon and sort of break up that mixed media background and the paper a little bit. So nothing too complicated going on in this page, but something to get the mojo flowing with this month's challenge, which is of course to use the mood board and include stitching somewhere on your layout. Now I also, as much as I try not to, I do typically use a doily somewhere in either a cluster or on a layout. It's kind of my go-to piece. I'm not sure why, but I really just love the way doilies break up that paper sort of element of the cluster. So I'm going to go ahead and use a Kaiser stencil, and I'm using Colour Blast paste in Royalty. I thought that just with the picture I'd chosen, and because this is a layout of me, the purple and the blue would look quite good together, so that's why I've chosen those colours. Now you'll see with different videos that some people like to heat dry their Colour Blast paste. Me personally, I like to let it dry naturally, and I'm just going to go ahead and add some more purple splatters across the top of that. I have also added my stitching element off camera, so I have only stitched the top section of the layout. So you could have stitched all the way around. I could have added more stitching, but I think that it just is, for me, what I wanted to do with this page was to simply add that stitching at the top section. Now, some of the chipboard thickers that come with the Maggie Holmes Chasing Dreams collection are beautiful and really fun to use, so I'm going to include those on my layout as well, and that's where I've gotten my title, so I've got that happy title there. And anytime you'll see where I'm using chipboard thickers that have got that adhesive added already, I am going to add tacky glue on the back if I'm sticking them over a mixed media element. So it just helps with the longevity of your page to add that tacky glue. You don't have to do it all the time, but certainly I like to do it when I'm sticking over any type of mixed media. So the final stages of this layout are to add my journaling. I will also turn the page over and fix up those ends of the ribbon so they'll actually be adhered over the back of the page just to help them stick a little bit. I was looking at the balance of the page and I felt like it needed something in that top left corner just to sort of keep that diagonal line. So I've popped a little sticker up there as well. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that layout from me, and I'm looking forward to seeing your creations this month at Off the Rails Scrapbooking.